at True Trading Group, and July 16th is a day that I just want to like erase from the books. What a disgusting, disgusting action day. This was, I know that I've been saying like the last like week or two that markets have gotten choppy. I think today was the choppiest day that we've had the entire year. The SPY basically traded in a $1 range the entire day, and just went up and down and up and down and up and down just the whole day. I mean, guys, this was the trading day today. I mean, that is as choppy could get. Um, and I mean, the lessons. I'm red today. I'm red today. I mean, I lost today. I made a couple of trades. Nothing was working out, and I just very early on I said, guys, you know, after I saw, I made a couple losing trades, and I'm looking around. I'm scanning. I'm looking at a bunch of different setups, and a lot of setups that I thought were good quality setups were really just getting chopped up. I came on the mic in chat, and I just kind of said to everybody, "Oh, guys, this is very, very choppy action. Do not get caught pushing on days like this. Do not get caught trying to, fit a square peg into a round hole because the opportunity just was not there." I mean, there was a couple stocks that had some pretty decent moves early on, like BOXL had a pretty decent move. There was a couple stocks that ended up making a decent move, like BOXL had a nice move here in the morning. DGLY had an okay move. This BKYI, I mean, I don't think anybody really caught that move. I mean, that move really came out of nowhere. But HTBX had a decent move. But like large caps were just atrocious. Large caps were atrocious today. Um, you know, Tesla, like I got chewed up a bit. I got chewed up a bit, guys, on Tesla. Okay, I got chewed up a bit on Tesla today. I lost some money on Tesla. There's a setup I still want you to pay attention to on Tesla. I think I might just be a little early on this play, but this is something I'm going to pay very close attention to. Tomorrow, this is a trade setup that I really like on Tesla. What I'm going to go over with you guys on this video is I'm just going to really walk you through my trades today. Losing day for me. I'm going to walk you guys through it. What I want you to take away from this day is the importance of knowing when it's time to pull the reins back on yourself, and the importance of knowing when it's time to stop chasing your red day. So you might hear me say that sometimes, or all these TeachD members in chat will tell me, people, guys, don't chase your losses. Don't chase a red day, meaning if you start the day off, you make 2 or 3 trades, you're red on the day, you don't like any of the action, you're not getting really any follow through on anything. Don't chase that loss, because that's usually what I mean by don't chase that loss is don't try to force yourself to make that money back, because that's typically when, especially on a day like today, when you're just going to dig yourself a deeper hole. And it's important to notice and recognize the difference between poor action and poor trading. Are you red on the day because you are trading poorly and you're going after setups that you shouldn't be? You're not sticking to your stop loss, or are you going after really good, high quality setups that are just not really working out? And there's a difference. Being able to understand that the markets are tougher today and pulling the reins back on yourself and not force anything is important for you to keep your red day manageable and not blow yourself up. Right? Because I hate to see traders blow themselves up on slow days like this. And then I'm going to talk to you guys about this Tesla. Let me talk about the Tesla trade first, because this is a trade idea that I want you guys to really pay close attention to, because I made, if you guys have followed my channel, I caught like a 220% gain on Tesla put options on the day we had the exhaustion gap up. Okay, on this day, I bought Tesla put options there and I sold them down here, and that was a 220% gain. And what I want you to notice is since that exhaustion gap, Tesla has not bounced. Tesla has not bounced, and there is a major or a key support level sitting here at around 1425. You see this prior resistance there. There's your support level. And I think if Tesla breaks below this level, I think we're going to see a nice flush in Tesla. Okay. You have some gaps in here. Here's a gap. Okay. Here's a gap. And I think that if Tesla gets below that 1425 level, that we could fill one, if not two of these gaps. Okay. I think you can see at least this gap get filled. So I still have Tesla put options on watch. When we go out to the daily chart, you guys can see we're basically forming just a nice little bear flag. Okay. We're forming a nice little bear flag. Here's your flag. Okay. Let me draw it out for you guys. Okay. Here's your flag. There's your flagpole. And now I'm going to look for Tesla to break out of the flag, okay, and continue lower. And I'm going to try to fill one of, if not both, of those gaps. So my timing may have been just a little, I made this trade today, I ended up exiting it for a loss. I think my timing is just a little off on this trade. I want you to pay very close attention to this setup over the next couple of days. I'm going to be stalking Tesla for this move. And if we break below this level, there's your support, there's your resistance. We break below that level, I think you have a flush that takes you at least back down to at least below 1300. I think we get below 1300. I think you see at least $100 to $150 drop in Tesla. Okay, so that's what we're going to be paying very close attention to. Let me take it to the trade on the day that I made here. And today, Tesla, we had the gap down, we rallied higher, we got denied at the trade line. And then I start to see the trade line really acting as resistance and rolled us back down towards the low of the day. And I went ahead right in here and I bought put options on Tesla. So let me take you guys to my trade announcements. You'll see here, I bought the 1450 strike, Friday expiration put at 2650. Stop loss if Tesla gets above the $15 area. So there's where I bought the puts. We went down, tested the low of the day, the low of the day held, and then we just started to trade sideways. And I just started to have premium on these contracts get eaten up. The mistake that I made on this trade was my expiration was too soon. I should not have gone after tomorrow's expiration. I should have gone next week expiration to give myself some more time on this trade. That's a mistake that I made. If I can make this trade over again, it's not that I would have maybe waited longer to enter the trade, but I would have definitely given myself a further out expiration because the time decay on this sucked today. And as the stock was just trading sideways, those contracts are just starting to drift. And you can see here, once we popped above 1500 right here, I got flat. So I'll take you guys back to my alerts. Where are we? Here we go. At 12:36 p.m., I sold out the Tesla 1450 717 put option at $14.50. So I took a hit on this trade, guys. I really still love the trade idea. I just think I'm a little early. So I stuck to my stop loss there. You can see we continued much higher, actually made new highs of the day. And then right before the close, we pull all the way back down right to my entry. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Right before the close, bang, we just dropped. And I'm like, ugh. That's why I'm like, man, today was so choppy. I'm just happy to get this one behind me and put it in the books and never look back. Come in here tomorrow with a fresh, clean slate. Try to finish the week strong. I'm going to keep my eyes on this Tesla trade because I'm telling you guys, if we break below this level that you see here, you see this channel that Tesla is trading in, we break below that, I think you see a aggressive drop in Tesla that can see Tesla fall $100, $150 a share. And I will be jumping all over put options when that trade triggers. So keep that on watch. Now let's get to my other trades. I also lost money today on ACIU, which turned out to be a complete dud. All right, so here's ACIU. I'll take you guys through this trade. And what we had here was initial morning high, got broken to the upside with a real nice increase in volume. So on this pullback right into those prior highs, I drew out my fib levels. Okay, drew out my fib levels. And what you guys will notice is that the 23.6 Fibonacci level lined up with the initial morning high. Here's our pullback. I went ahead and I got long right there on ACIU. Take you guys to my alerts. You can see here I'm long at 12 bucks. The one thing I did not like about this setup was the volume on the pullback. You guys see the volume on the pullback? Okay, the volume on the pullback, it's equal to the volume on the way up. Okay, so if you look at the volume when we broke through the initial morning high, you look at these two volume bars. That's the volume on the breakthrough. And then you look at the volume on the pullback. Okay, here's the pullback, and then you look at the volume on the pullback. The volume's identical. The volume's identical. And this is where, again, when I go back and I review my losing trades, it's important to critique yourself. Where I made my mistake was the volume on that pullback was heavier than I would have liked it to be. I should have recognized that a little bit better. I did mention it in chat, but I still ended up pulling the trigger. So maybe a little lack of discipline and patience on my part on this trade. It's important, guys, for you to go through your losing trades and talk about what you did wrong, what you could have done better, so you know not to make those same mistakes again. And I think that I could have traded much better today. I could have traded much better today. And I lost money because of it, and rightfully so. I deserve to lose money today. I think that I should have recognized this a little bit better and stayed away from this entry. But you can see we ended up breaking back below that support level, and I exited that trade and I took a loss. This is my first trade of the day, out at 1092. So again, guys, today was a red day for me. So this is another losing trade. And then I actually went after this one more time. After we popped our head over VWAP, we had, again, another nice increase in volume. VWAP starts to hold. We get a trade line VWAP crossover. I got long ACIU right there. Back to my alerts. You guys see here I'm long at 1170. We start to push. We get a high volume rejection. As soon as I saw that high volume rejection, I said, guys, I don't like that. I'm reducing my size. I'm taking some profit off the table. I took some off at 1191. I lightened up my position at 1191, and goodness, look, thank God I did, because then we end up getting stopped out on the remainder of the position at 1124. Okay, so this was kind of a non-event because I was able to exit the trade on bulk of my position before I ended up getting stopped out. But as you can see, just a very choppy day, not a lot of momentum and follow through on a lot of these names. Like I said, there was a couple of small caps that gave you some decent moves in the very early morning. But other than that, guys, I mean, overall market's extremely choppy. But what I really want you guys to do, again, like I said, is keep a very close eye on this Tesla trade. I like this setup in Tesla to continue lower. I want to see us get down towards that 1300 level. I think we've got $100 to $150 downside on this Tesla trade. We'll see if it triggers. I will be ready to jump all over it, keep it on watch. And like I said, just the other thing to learn from my day today is just the importance of critiquing your losing trades and learning from your mistakes so you don't make them again the next day. But then also understanding and knowing when it's time to pull the reins back on yourself, start to, hit the gas. I mean, excuse me, don't hit the gas, hit the brake and slow yourself down on choppy days like this so you don't just churn yourself to death and turn what would be a regular red day into a complete disaster and a blow up. You don't want that to happen. Okay. So the sooner you can recognize that either A, you're not trading well, or B, the markets are just extremely choppy and tough, the sooner you can recognize that and then pull the reins back and hit the brakes, the better off and the more protected you will be on what would be a red day. Being a good trader is not just about pushing and making money. Being a good trader is also about protecting yourself on your red days. Red days are inevitable. It's impossible for you to never have red days. It's impossible for you to never lose. You will lose if you're a trader. You will have red days. And it's equally as important to control those red days as it is to really push on those and pull in big profits on your green days. It's equally as important. And being a good trader, like I said, it's not just about making money, but being a good trader is about protecting your downside. And when you do lose, to lose manageably and to lose responsibly, as weird as that may sound, but there's a responsible way to have a red day and there's an irresponsible way to have a red day. Experienced traders that are listening to this video, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Inexperienced traders, you will, believe me, you will. All right, guys, so that's it. I'll see you guys in chat tomorrow. We're going to see what this Tesla trade does. I think I'm just a little early. I like this trade setup a lot. I think I'm just a little early. So we'll see if this triggers. I'll see you guys in chat tomorrow. Take care.